10 years, thousands of miles, countless rides in sunshine, rain, and everything in between. I've been riding motorcycles for over a decade, and honestly, I've made a lot of mistakes. Some of them nearly cost me my life. And that's why I started this channel, to help you avoid the dumb stuff I did and ride smarter, safer, and longer. If you're new here, maybe this is your first video, welcome. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest lessons I've learned in over a decade of riding on the street. The ones that will make you a safer, smoother, and more confident rider. It took me years to figure these out, but you can learn them in the next few minutes. These are lessons that could save you time, money, and maybe even your life. Lesson number 1, skill beats speed. I still remember the first time I almost ran wide in a corner. I was new, overconfident, and thought leaning harder was the answer. My heart was in my throat as I drifted toward the center line with the truck coming the other way. I made it through, barely, but that moment taught me something speed never could. Early on, I thought riding was about going fast, but after a decade, I've learned it's about control. Low speed handling, emergency braking, and reading the road will help keep you upright far more than horsepower ever will. My key takeaway, control and technique will save you far more often than raw speed. Here's some actionable tips to help you out. Practice the friction zone. In an empty parking lot, ride at walking pace using only clutch, throttle, and rear brake control. This builds balance and confidence. Emergency braking drills. At least once a month, practice hard stops from 30 to 40 miles per hour using progressive front brake pressure and light rear brake. Countersteering awareness. At moderate speeds, consciously push the handlebars in the opposite direction of the turn to feel how the bike responds. Vision discipline. Keep your eyes up and look through turns, not at obstacles. Lesson number 2 is the bike isn't everything. When I bought my first big bike, I thought I'd made it. It was powerful, shiny, and way more machine than I needed. Within a month, I dreaded riding it in traffic. It was heavy, awkward, and exhausting. I realized I'd bought the bike I thought I should want, not the one I actually needed. I've owned big bikes, small bikes, and everything in between. The truth, the best bike is the one that fits your riding style and makes you want to ride more. Bigger isn't always better, and newer isn't always necessary. My key takeaway, the right bike is the one that fits your riding style, not your ego. Here's some actionable tips to help you out. Test ride different styles. Try sport, cruiser, ADV, and standard bikes to feel the ergonomics and handling differences of each one. Match your bike to your purpose. If you commute daily, consider a standard or naked bike. For long trips, look at touring or ADV models. Check fit before buying. Sit on the bike. Can you flat foot it? Are the bars and controls comfortable for your reach? If not, keep looking. Budget for gear and maintenance. Don't spend all your money on the bike. Leave room for quality gear and upkeep. Lesson number 3, habits keep you alive. One rainy afternoon, a car pulled out in front of me without looking. My hands and feet were already covering the brakes and controls, my eyes scanning for an escape route. I stopped just short of their bumper. That wasn't luck, it was habit. Good riding habits aren't flashy, but they're lifesavers. Things like keeping the balls of your feet on the pegs, scanning far ahead, and staying light on the bars have become second nature to me. My key takeaway, good habits are invisible until the day they save you. Here's some tips to help you out. Ride like you're invisible. Assume drivers don't see you. Position yourself for maximum visibility. Maintain a 2 to 3 second following distance at minimum. This gives you time to react to sudden stops. Cover your brakes in high-risk zones. When approaching intersections or riding in heavy traffic, keep at least 2 fingers on the front brake lever to cut your reaction time in half. Scan at least 12 seconds ahead. Constantly evaluate escape routes and potential hazards while riding. Don't allow yourself to become complacent, distracted, or zone out while riding. Lesson number 4 is maintenance is part of the ride. I once ignored a slow tire leak because I didn't have time to fix it. 2 days later, I was stranded on the side of the highway with a flat, miles from help. That day I learned, your bike will always tell you what it needs, if you're paying attention. If you ride, you're also a mechanic, even if just a little. Knowing how to check your oil, inspect your tires, and keep your chain clean will save you money and prevent breakdowns. My key takeaway: a well-maintained bike is safer, more reliable, and more fun to ride. Here's some actionable tips to help you. Adopt the T-Clocks checklist before rides. Tires, controls, lights, oil, chassis, stands. Chain care. Clean and lube every 300 to 600 miles or after riding in rain. Tire checks. Inspect your tire pressure and tread depth weekly and replace your tires if the tread is at the wear bars. Brake inspection. Check pad thickness monthly and replace them before they hit minimum spec. Keep a maintenance log. Track oil changes, chain adjustments, and part replacements. This will especially come in handy if you ever go to sell the bike and you need a record of all the maintenance you've done. Lesson 5. Gear is non-negotiable. I've seen riders go down dozens of times in 10 years. Sometimes they walked away with nothing worse than bruises because they were wearing full gear. I've also seen riders in shorts and sneakers leave the road in an ambulance. That contrast stays with you. I've never regretted wearing full gear, but I've met riders who regret not wearing it. From helmets to gloves to boots, it's your only real protection when things go wrong. My key takeaway: you'll never regret wearing gear, but you might regret not wearing it. Some actionable tips to help you: invest in a full face helmet. Make sure it's DOT and or ECE certified, and replace your helmet every 5 years or after any impact. Layer your protection. Make sure you're always riding with an armored jacket, gloves, pants, and over-the-ankle boots. High visibility add-ons. Invest in reflective strips or vests for dawn and dusk riding to help you be more visible to other motorists. Ear protection. Use quality earplugs to reduce wind noise and prevent hearing loss, especially if you're commuting long distances on the highway. Seasonal gear swaps. Utilize mesh jackets for summer riding and insulated waterproof gear for winter. 10 years on two wheels has taught me that riding isn't just about the miles, it's about the moments. The ones that make your heart race, the ones that make you grateful, and the ones that teach you something you'll carry forever. If even one of these lessons helps you ride safer, smoother, or with more joy, then this video's done its job. But the learning never stops, so keep building your skills, keep respecting the road, and keep chasing that feeling that made you fall in love with riding in the first place. If you got value from this, hit that like button so more riders can see it. Drop your own hard-earned lessons in the comments. And if you want more tips, stories, and real-world riding advice, subscribe and join me for the next ride. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and I'll see you out there.